So, there have been a lot of different leaks about the new King of the Hill series. The first very big one that we got almost over a year ago now was that Bobby was going to be a sous chef, which kind of lines up with the finale of him learning a lot about beef. So, I could see that. Uh, and yeah, from these screenshots, we learned that Connie is going to college, and the Hills have a new dog, as well as there's a couple other plot details that have been revealed, such as Con and Min are split up, and that's about it so far. Um, We also are aware that there have been some episodes of Dale Gribble that have been recorded, although due to the passing of Johnny Hartwick, it is unlikely that we will see much of Dale in this season. They'll probably write him out of most of the season and focus on a lot more of the newer aspects of the show, is what I'm hoping. Maybe we'll get a recast similar to John Redcorn, uh, although that was very early seasons that happened versus this being later, but they could write it off as Dale's voice being older or something like that. I could see it very well because Dale's a very big character to a lot of King of the Hill's
That would
current
make sense to me.
cultural status.
I definitely liked Dale a lot.
Yeah, no,
It
Dale
was
is something that even people who've
Pocket sand.
Yeah. Uh, no, I love the older designs for Hank and all the characters.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of everybody being older too.
Yeah, it's a shame Lady Bird's dead, but it was an old dog. I don't realistically see that dog surviving
Right.
20 years later. Kind of breaks the reality a bit. And there's not
Although
many
it
story.
is a cartoon, so
Yeah, it's
you gotta
realistic.
suspend disbelief somehow.
Realistic cartoon though, and there's not much more story potential you could do with Lady Bird. They kind of did most of that. It was a background joke character at best in the later seasons. So a new dog might bring some personality to the whole thing. Yeah, in these images you can see Bobby, and Connie getting caught, which is interesting. Yeah. There's Peggy in the corner. She has some sort of injury. I don't know what that is about. Kind of interesting.
I mean, she is older.
Yeah.
Aches and pains, But
maybe it's from her fall from the plane. I don't know. That was a long time ago, but I could see some sort of.
Back and hurt you.
Yeah, I could see some sort of plot about that. This is a realistic show, and there are a lot of people dealing with stuff like that. An accident, and then 20 odd years later, because of that accident, you're not getting it properly taken care of. And this isn't the first time Peggy has been injured with the legs. She's had a lot of leg injuries, the more I think about it.
It would make sense then. A lot if she was older and she had a lot of aches and pains in her legs. She needed crutches to walk.
The whole thing of Con and Min being divorced is an interesting aspect too. Especially Con and Bill. It's a very odd mix.
Yeah, I don't see why they would be living together, but I mean, then again,
if he was kicked out short notice, or maybe because this is just from what they've discovered from these storyboards, because this isn't all of the ones that were leaked. This is just a majority of the ones that have been saved from posts I've seen. Yeah, no, it's maybe it's for one episode. Maybe it's just like a storyboard from in a single episode, and so it's short notice. I could see that being a reason, but if it's not like that...
Maybe they're trying to replace Dale with Ming. I don't know.
I don't know. Because they still have Dale in a couple of episodes. Like,
Yeah,
voice
but,
lines
like,
have been done.
Like, maybe he could be passing the torch, you know, so to speak.
I don't know. I don't see that being a possibility because just script-wise, it's like most of it already had to be written before Johnny Hartwig died. So...
Okay, yeah. But maybe in later episodes they're going to change it then.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It might be planting the seeds for something like that, like the changed plot details. That happens a lot, but I don't know. I'm kind of holding out hope that they just do a recast. As much as he really was Dale, I don't think recasts are something that should be frowned upon in situations like this, especially where you can write voice being slightly different while still respecting that. I don't know, but if they already have his voice in a couple episodes, who knows? I don't know, Tim Curry voiced the Joker in Batman the Animated Series for, like, the first season, and then they dubbed it over last minute with Mark Hamill, so...
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I'm definitely intrigued in this project, and, yeah, no, this one was interesting. By the way, this video does have a sponsorship right at the end right here. It is sponsored by Hobgoblin Entertainment. So more on that in a second. Okay. Let's go.
Okay. Well, this is Daniel and Griffin. We decided we're going to be starting a business called Hobgoblin Entertainment.
It is going to be the main central area for a lot of different projects, whether that be projects from this YouTube channel, projects such as a physical store location, and a lot of different other media or messages.
You're also working on comic books right now.
A comic book based on another project that is in the works.
Eventually going to be a video game, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. A lot. In other words, just a way to keep all projects and different things we sell in one central area. We have the Macari up as well. That is another thing that has a lot of different.
We also have a GoFundMe that we're trying
sales.
to.
Yeah, the GoFundMe's for the physical store location.
Yeah, trying to fund for that.
And you can see more details about all these different things on the Hobgoblin Entertainment webpage, which will be leaked in the description down below.